Oh,
Hey,
hey.
hey, today we're gonna interview Rob, vegan hip hop artist Rob. One, two, Rob, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. You have your Wi-Fi on your phone, right?
Yeah,
Cool. Just so we could have a good connection and everything. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Honestly, just enjoying the time, hanging out with the pups today.
Hey, Rob, did you say you do have Wi-Fi on?
Yeah, I think so. Is it sounding pretty bad or
No,
no?
no, sound is good, but it's the picture's a little blurry. That's why. Just wondering.
Okay,
Just wondering.
let me.
That's all. All right,
Is that
okay.
better?
Yeah, a little better. So, hey, Rob, check this out. Real, real vegan.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Rob, before we start the interview, do you ever go to this place? It's called the Vegan Republic in Berkeley. It's on
Yeah, I actually do. It's an awesome place
yeah,
actually.
it's on University Avenue, 1624 University Avenue, Berkeley. You could go on Instagram. I mean, they're still open, but it's only to go. You could order the groceries to go.
Oh no, wait, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
you have to order in advance and everything. All right. So, wow, how did you get into all the hip hop stuff?
Honestly, music wise, I guess seeing my older brother like pick up music when he was younger.
Uh-huh.
And just like I don't know, like when he first released his first song, I used to run around with my CD player, like showing my friends,
Uh-huh.
and and I'd be like, "Oh look, this is my older brother," you know. And I got so excited, so I wanted to like kind of like be like him at a certain point, and then I started picking up music, but taking it serious, I believe it was like around 2007, 2008. So I was like 15,
Mm-hmm.
16 years old.
Because oh, hello, Diana. I don't know too much about the whole vegan hip hop. The only vegan hip hop artist I know is Dead Prez. That's it. Then how did you from hip hop? How did you get into whole veganism and animal rights?
Well, like veganism at first, honestly, it started because of my health. Like I kept seeing like my mother and my sister getting sick, and then like my brother was overweight, and I did not like seeing them get sick, and like at a certain point, I'm like, I can't keep telling you to
Hmm.
change. Like, so I kind of have to lead by example and like help you out and ask me how did I do it. I used to almost weigh like 300 pounds.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And and like change, and then at first like, and then after that, activism. When I was like leaving Georgia,
Uh huh.
um, I went with one of my friends to a cube. I was recording them. Actually, they were telling me about like they wanted to do this, so I followed them. They were vlogging. They wanted me to record them with a camera.
Uh huh.
I was just following them, and it turned out that they needed help, so they needed one more person for the cube, and they only had one person to do reach. I was like a four-person cube, and then one person doing outreach. And during that, I don't know, like when I first left Georgia, like my intentions were not to like get involved or anything like that. But when I was watching those videos right there, when they were showing me the things that we're gonna be doing, I was just like the noises that the animals are like, that you hear, like when you're going like at these slaughterhouses or like in like or any place that they torture animals, even animal testing and stuff like that. Like you can hear that, that they're going through something,
Uh huh.
and it's not something that sounds okay. Like I think like violence is pretty bad. Like growing up around violence too. That's like where I kind of made the connection. Um, Thinking about like how my mother was domestically abused, and then like I see these animals like bleeding the same way that I seen my mother being domestically abused by my father when I was younger.
Uh huh.
So stuff like that, like I made a connection. I was like, this is not cool. And then when I see my friend like pass away in my arms and things like that, like gasping for breath, like when I was growing up, like it's like that's a terrible experience. But also when I seen like these animals' faces on these videos and like or even up close when you see an animal in pain, like you literally see that they're going through some type of pain and they don't want to go through that. It doesn't sound pleasant at all.
So sorry, you meant by your friend passing away in your arms. What do you mean by that?
I like well like back in Georgia, like when I was younger, like I was like around 21. Um, I'm only like 26.
Uh huh.
But what's it called? Just going through the wrong route, like falling into this cycle, this capitalist cycle and stuff like that. You basically fall into like what the system wants you to do, like fall into like selling drugs or like doing drugs or like doing any type of thing that puts you in a position that you don't want to be. And you know that it's bad, but you don't know why it's bad.
Uh huh.
So like that, I was in the wrong time, wrong place. Like my friends were doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing, and ended up in the wrong thing, like trying to, you know, what's it called? Like my friend ended up dying. Like
Mm-hmm.
getting shot in the chest. When we heard him running back towards us, like he fell down straight, like on the concrete. Like and face first, and I turned him over, picked him up, and like as I was like literally holding him in my arms, he was dying,
Mm-hmm.
and he died in my arms, and it's crazy, because like growing up, I'm just like, wow, it's like why did I go through this? But then like now that I'm in this mentality that I am now, like I know why all these things are going on. Like oppression is connected to all type of like oppression. Like it's not cool, to oppress anybody or like other people to be going through certain things, and like it sucks.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. But um, I'm guessing I don't know too much about Georgia, so I'm guessing you grew up in a tough neighbor, like a working
Yeah,
class neighbor and stuff.
yeah, yeah. It was very different.
Uh huh.
Like especially Georgia, like it's not very educated. It's like the second lowest educated, and then the second lowest income place in Georgia, like
Uh huh.
state in America. So it sucks. Like you don't really have a lot of access like you do out here in California. Moving out here, like you get the access to like free education.
Wow.
Like it's way different, and like especially being people of color, especially like a lot of racism, it happens over there, and it sucks, like seeing all that going on.
I'm really glad you brought this up because 6 years ago, my partner, she was studying in UC Berkeley, and there was so many thick books, and I was just going through her books. They mentioned that thing where low income neighbor, especially with the Latino community,
Yeah,
the kids grew up with junk food, soda, and they're doing bad in health, and kids young are going. Oh God, I forgot the name of the book, but it was like a research. They're getting diabetes at the young
yeah,
age,
it,
and
oh,
fast
sorry.
food and everything. It's just crazy and stuff. But it's really cool now. Like you see more people who are like vegan. We could say vegans of color, or people
Uh-huh.
who come from like working class community,
Yeah,
and like people of all different class and all
yeah,
different race getting into all like veganism, animal rights, and meeting all at once and
yeah,
all
because
together and stuff.
like most of the time people of color are the ones working in these art houses too.
Hmm.
So like they're getting oppressed time, and a lot of people think like a lot of people develop mental issues too, like working in these type of conditions.
Uh-huh.
Like nobody wants to kill. So like stuff like that really messes up people. Like over time, like you start getting stressed. Like it really puts you in a position you don't want to be.
So from that, then you started just freestyling, rapping and stuff, and what?
Um, I honestly started recording in my brother's like studio setup that we had at the house.
Uh-huh.
the reason I started messing with this because he ended up like doing 4 years in prison. So like that really pushed me even more. So I was like, you know what, like let me show him while he's gone that I can actually do something. And like while he was gone, like I did my first music video. Like I was not the best rapper ever either. Like a lot of people hated on me.
Uh-huh.
And but when I released my first music video, like a lot of people started like showing love. So it was pretty cool. And I started meeting more people. When I was younger, like I was doing shows every week, like constantly, like 4 to 5 shows throughout the week. And I'm only 16, like I'm going into these clubs, I'm going to these other places and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, like opening up for major artists too, and upcoming artists independently, and like, and it's crazy, and then like getting a like also like a record deal offer when I was super young, it's like I've done it was pretty cool, but then like I took a big break after like a whole incident that happened with my friend as time went by. Like mostly just working on music was just like a good getaway, like to actually express how I feel.
Did you did you always start it as a conscious rapper, or you just started as like a regular?
At first, I honestly started rapping about like how I feel, like my emotions, and
Uh-huh.
then I like broke away and started rapping about like like what you grew up to see, like ignorance. Like in music, you end up seeing like talking about money, sex, drugs, and like that's all you hear most of the time in the social media, and that's what everybody wants to hear nowadays. So like that's what I thought growing up was cool. So
Mm-hmm.
like I started music like that, and like as like I said, like as time went by, I wasn't really feeling it. I was not really me. I ended up coming back to like what I started and talking about how I felt, talking about what really matters and not what everybody wants to hear. Just being yourself.
Mm-hmm. And oh, speaking of prison, earlier you were talking about your brother being in prison. I don't know if you know this. It was a couple years ago. The movie star actress Pamela Anderson. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the PETA news. She was trying to push vegetarianism in prison. The thing is, you know how it is online. A lot of people get mad and angry. Hey, why this and that? But
Mm-hmm.
that was very, very fucking important because you have to understand in prison there's a lot of people who are Muslim who doesn't eat pork, and
Yeah.
there's also the black Israel wait black Israel Hebrews who are vegetarians for religious reason, and other there's
Mm-hmm.
people who are religious for vegan or
It really,
vegetarian. That
yeah,
yeah, that was really important to have vegetarian and vegan meals in prison. But a
yeah,
lot of people don't know that. They just think,
yeah,
oh, there's this actress who's pushing veganism in prison. But no, but people in there, people for religious or regardless whatever reason, that was like really important to them.
it's really important.
Yeah, but people outside, they make fun of it. They don't care about that. We
No,
don't
but
think we don't think about people in prison,
yeah, we
prisoners and stuff.
gotta think about what's going on in there too. It's like prison is not a good place to be, or even jail. Like it sucks. Like
It,
some things. Go ahead.
I was watching your video. I really like that music video. Well, I saw the one you showed me a little clip of it. The no, this one was all right. It was like you just showed me a sample. It was
Uh-huh.
recorded by a drone. It was flying away from a
Oh
drone.
yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, because I'm all into drones. I have like different drone. My other drone goes like 2.5 miles. But okay, back to the subject. Your music video. It
Uh-huh.
was really cool. I took a screenshot of this.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so cool.
Okay, explain this shirt for people who don't understand. You had a shirt that says "NY supremacy." People who don't know about that, they
I
go,
mean,
"What is white supremacy? What does he mean by NY supremacy? Why is he wearing that shirt in this music video?"
because like to be honest, like in white supremacy, like there is white privilege, and to say it here in America, like I've encountered it plenty of times. Especially at AOC, like I remember riding with some of my friends and like just hanging out, and then we get pulled over, and the cop is looking at me directly,
Uh-huh.
in my eyes, and he's like telling me certain things, And then like my friend wasn't riding with no insurance, no tags or nothing like that. And next thing you know, they let this person go.
Uh-huh.
But it, it's like, and they didn't even give him no ticket. And like, and even them themselves, what's it called? They were like, wow, like, did you just see that? Like, we just actually acknowledge white privilege in our faces. It's like certain things like that. Um, like people always being profiled nowadays. Like
Mm-hmm.
or being harassed. Like we see this all over the news nowadays. Like right now, like certain things has been going on, and then they just let it go. Like somebody just recently got shot right in Georgia,
Uh-huh. Yes.
and then it took 2 months just to call it out. That's
Mm-hmm.
so horrible that we see this in America or anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that going on, and that what's it called? Just because of people, and then the fact that the person was the person of color, and the other person was like white,
Mm-hmm.
and he was an ex officer and stuff like that. That shouldn't matter, but like justice should be served. Wherever. It doesn't matter who it is or how it's done and stuff like that. Something needs to happen.
Yes, that was crazy for jogging and stuff. Then like a couple weeks ago, then I see all these protesters front of the cops, the
Mm-hmm.
right wing Trump supporters, all holding guns and gun stuff, gun protests. Can you imagine if people of color were doing that in front of the cops and stuff? It would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all the white protesters. But I had a question about this too. Do you think that's why a lot of people of color sometimes get scared to go to like demonstrations and protests for animal rights and stuff because they're scared they get singled out or anything? I'll tell you why though after you answer
Yeah,
this question.
honestly, I feel like a lot of people do get scared because like some people might be documented and they don't know how to react to certain things like that. And like most of the time they target people of color, so like they, like that's all you see now. So and also too like like when you see the police, you kind of get scared. Like especially me personally growing up in a rough place, like just seeing like certain things is like you kind of like feel iffy about certain things.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing I mentioned this is a while back. Well, actually, not that long ago. Just or three. I think 3 years ago or something like in Berkeley, there was a group. It was called Vegans of Color. It was gosh, what's his name? It was put out. It's on Instagram too. Vegan hip hop movement. But
Mm-hmm.
Kevin. He used to put on events where not an event like a get together where all like people of color would hang out and eat food and talk about stuff or
Yeah,
meet at the restaurant. It was more like a
like a big old gathering.
so yeah, social group, more like social group, but it was not like protest or direct action or let's fight for the animals, but more like kick back, hang out,
Yeah, and relax and just talk to you.
relax, eat, and stuff like that. It was yeah, vegans of color, no hip hop. God, what was it? Vegan hip hop or I forgot, man. There's so many things going on. I just forgot.
That's
Sorry.
never heard nothing like that. That's pretty cool.
It's on
Like
yeah, it's on Instagram though. It's on Instagram, but my thing is so somebody posted earlier. Somebody said that I've been mistreated for being white. Yes, everyone gets mistreated.
yeah,
Every human being. But the thing is about person who come at the people of color. Because I had my friend Javier. He got deported. The thing is that
mm-hmm.
that's what we people face: deportation, ICE, getting
Mm-hmm.
kicked out of the country.
Yeah,
That's why. But other folks, they don't have to worry about getting deportation or
yeah.
anything
And
like that.
drugs, like people get separated. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
and also your music video, it looks so fucking professional. Tell me about the music video.
The music video, it was shot by my one of my homies named Fifth Dimensions. Super cool. From Stockton.
Uh huh.
I already had like the idea of my mind, like so like I kind of worked backwards with my music and my music video and everything. Like as I'm like getting closer to my music video, I'm finishing the song, and it's like and like as I'm finishing the song and as I'm shooting the video, the song itself is getting mixed and mastered, right? So like in my mind, I kind of already see these shots, and then like when my engineer sends this song back, like I end up like putting the song together. And I don't know how it turned out, but it ended up pretty cool. You know, like I just wanted to see different perspectives that people can make the connection. Be like, look, put yourself in this position, and also too, like like we wouldn't want to be getting eaten. Like I
Uh-huh.
don't think nobody wants to be dead because like meat is like it is flesh, from a living being, and
Yeah.
then like also too like I also talked about like human rights, like talk about closing the camps and things like that. That's really important.
Uh-huh. I really like that shots too. It looks so professional, and Kitty was in the cage, and everybody has mask on, like then rescuing, like the more like theatrical, and the lights and neon light or something. But
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
the whole and everything in the film set.
yes,
Yeah, it was
if
pretty cool. I ended up renting out a film set. It was a pretty cool experience. It's like my first time ever really like going outside the box, like actually getting this lighting and like going all out with my budgeting. Like and it was pretty cool to actually bring it to life because like at first I was like, man, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this, but luckily people from the community like came out and supported and actually like play their roles. Like shout out to everybody from the Berkeley Lights, and if it wasn't for them, like I
uh-huh.
would have able to like create such a beautiful art, and it's crazy.
If people want to see that, what do they have to type in on the YouTube search?
Just type in like honestly right now I'm rebuilding my whole like profile of myself. Like so like if you type in I am get something, know something, it should pop out.
Uh-huh.
Um and also like you can also follow me on Spotify if you type in I am get something, know something, and if you follow me, what's it called? I'm also releasing a new music video soon. Like I'm actually shooting it this at the end of this month, and it's uh,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah,
You
and then let me see where else. SoundCloud also. I think Kitty actually just shared it on
uh-huh.
the live.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Hey,
Uh, yeah, I think my friend Kai got kind of like hesitated and stuff like that
uh-huh.
because of the whole thing. It's kind of hard to get people to understand like about like what white privilege really means. I get a lot of feedback from a lot of people too. It's like or like ending white supremacy is like you gotta understand like this really goes down to like if you allow somebody to talk about somebody in a negative way, if you're getting bugged, it's because like you're allowing racism to keep on going. That's not even cool. It's like let's normalize like everybody. Why can't we just call each other human instead of people of color and things like that? Like
Right.
that's not cool. Like we're all human beings. And I know Kai, you get it and everything. And like I don't know, like there's a lot of things that seem to bug you. And I'm sorry. Like I love you, and I appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, like I said, it's like things like that really need to come to the surface because it's still going on. We see it in the news nowadays, still. You know.
Yes, I totally understand where you're coming from too. For reals, nobody wants to talk about race or skin color, but if somebody keep constantly getting followed because of their skin color or getting shot for just for jogging or doing nothing or just putting their hands up, I mean, people are we sick of talking about racism, but the race issue comes out because of all that stuff and all that, and also ICE raiding people's houses and everything.
It sucks. Like honestly, growing up, honestly, I seen my own brother get deported in 2012, and it sucks. Seeing my mother, her own son getting ripped apart from the family was so like sad. Because like she got sick, she ended up getting cancer from that. Like people get illnesses from stress. And like it causes
Stress,
so much
yes.
oppression is connected to so many things, and oppression is connected to like people getting deported, prisons, people getting harassed and beat up in so many ways.
Yes. I was the only white person on our team. You have a great heart. but I can't feel what really on your heart energy. Oh man, you guys are typing too fast. I can't read.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's like one of my
Yes.
closest friends.
Uh-huh.
I respect everybody's,
Uh-huh. Right,
and
right.
I love you
Dude,
like I tell you so many times, and but yeah, like I just want to focus like on the interview, I'm not trying to focus on
right, right, right. That's cool. So, yo, back to your music thing. So, are you working on your next video right now? What is that
yeah.
gonna? What are the lyrics dealing with on the new one?
The new one is basically talking about breaking the cycle, like of oppression. Like learning, like how like my lyrics really getting deep of like these like diamonds, jewelry, and money cannot save your life. Learn something
Uh huh.
to educate yourself, learn your rights, learn how to defend yourself, and learn how to actually learn to take even if you're not of color, like I said, learn how to take your privilege and helping out your brothers and sisters,
Uh huh.
actually taking charge and learn how to take that privilege and actually helping out others. And that's pretty much what I'm talking about in my song, and just trying to hit different things that really matter instead of talking about things that don't, you know.
For those of you who haven't seen the video, you really need to check it out because the video is so fucking professional. It looks like fucking Hollywood made it. I don't know how you guys did it. It's so cool. I loved it. But having all the activists and everything, the neon light and that the mask people were in the protest. What is that protest called? That silent protest. Everybody wear a mask.
I think it was at AOC.
Yeah, ALC. That kind. But you guys, except your mask was all color animals, like pink,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
pink color animals. It's fucking
Those
cool.
took like five
Yes.
to six hours to make.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something funny. Since that video, your video was so professional, look Hollywood. I was hoping that, I wonder how Rob's background's gonna look when we do the interview. It's gonna be all fucking neon lights or professional Hollywood and stuff, man.
Yeah, it's crazy because this new video that I'm doing, I'm working with two directors, right? And and it's pretty cool because he's the one that shot my first video, where it's like all the portals and all these special effects, right? And then I got my other new friend, what's it called, Fifth Dimension, is like is shooting the other a couple different shots, and it's gonna be pretty cool, I'm really excited to see how it's gonna turn out, and how like three different people are gonna create, like this beautiful vision.
Rob, like I said earlier, the only vegan hip hop artist I know heard of is Dead Prez and vegetarian hip hop Boogie Down Production.
Mm-hmm.
But is is there any other artists that like well known that we know,
I
or
know
animal rights or
animal rights, not really.
oh, you're right, it's for health because Dead Prez talks about health. Yes, there the animal rights. I don't know any vegan animal rights one. Just
Yeah,
people rap about health. Yes,
yeah.
animal rights who are for animal rights. Is there a vegan hip hop artist for animal rights?
Not really, not that I've honestly heard of, or actually like taking action for animal rights. Not really, not that I know
Oh,
of. I've seen a couple like vegan artists named Vegan the Rapper.
wait.
And then also that's I think TK the Vegan. I think that's the name, TK. And then
Oh,
uh
I think I saw him live. He at some fest.
Veg Fest.
Yes, were you
Yeah.
there?
No, I wasn't there,
It
but
was
I know.
somewhere far, really far Veg Fest. I forgot where it was, but it was far.
Yeah,
I got his CD. It was somewhere very far. That's all. It was like 3 hour, 2 hour drive.
yeah, yeah. So I've known him, and then that's pretty much that I really know. That actually do like some like real music and stuff like that. And then like I said, animal rights. I really haven't heard nobody that does a lot of animal rights music. At least hip hop music.
But
That I know.
that's really cool. You're doing it for the animal rights because I did like in the past I did hear vegan hip hop artists, but they were more for health. It was more for health, but they don't mention animal rights. Actually, believe it or not, even I belong in a couple of these groups in Facebook, vegans of color, a movement, or vegans of this and that. But it was all like people who are non-whites who are in these groups. Nobody really talks about. I mean, they talk about more like health concern and stuff, but no one really talks about protesting or animal rights issue, like direct animal rights issue, or taking action and stuff. Though.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like I got inspired by a lot of the stuff that I see from the group that I work with, like DXC and stuff like that. So like a lot of their tactics, use them in my music video, like the whole demonstration of like people in cages and stuff like that, playing the reversal, like to actually put yourself in that position and seeing how it really is,
Uh-huh.
to bring it to the people because it's something different. We gotta normalize love and compassion and actually like see what's really fucking up, our planet, our home, where we live. And it's like we can talk about like yes, we're always gonna be healthy, like we can always take care of ourselves, but we only got one place to live, and and animals also don't want to die, the same way as us, it's like
Uh-huh.
we don't feel like more lives need to be taken, like especially for somebody's selfish satisfaction in a way. Yeah.
What were your inspiration from hip hop and stuff? Inspiration, like artists that's inspiring. Because the thing is, a lot of people these days, if you just say the word hip hop, they're gonna just think about women dancing in nude, money dropping, nice
Yeah.
cars. Like they think more like commercial stuff. They don't know too much
Yeah.
about the yeah. But what was your inspiration for the
For
hip hop?
me, honestly, like just wanting to have that new music, to actually people like I would hear like, man, my friend group was like, man, we don't really have a lot of music that I can jam to because I'm not the same person as I was. And I'm like, okay, cool. So like, I don't know, that kind of like pushed me forward to actually making the video that I had just released
Uh huh.
and really give it a more push because I was like, man, we need like people that are actually transitioning and doing these things to feel more comfortable and making it more normal for everybody. You're like, yo, it's like it's okay to care. It's okay to actually feel. It's okay to actually cry, to be a certain way. It shouldn't matter. You know, like it's okay. But
Are you there?
yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I could hear you because your thing was loading. Hey, so a lot of people don't know this because I come from punk rock. Here's the difference with hip hop and punk rock. Because punk rock singers, when they sing songs, you can't really understand them. So when we do lyrics, when we sing lyrics, if we forget the word, we could keep singing, we could mumble it, we could like skip couple words, and we get away with it live. I mean, a lot of times I do that. Whoa, what the hell? Hold on for a second. This happened before with another meeting, but let's see. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, let's do it again. All right, it's loading. I don't know if it's okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, but what did you say?
Oh,
You said
okay,
something about mumble.
okay. The hip hop and the I'm just doing it a little bit. Okay, punk rockers, bands, punk rock singers. I'm talking about when we have lyric sheet. Hip hop have lyrics and punk rock have lyrics. No, 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 not again. This is crazy. What the hell? But can you still hear me? Um, do a check. Lift up your left hand if you could hear me. Oh no, 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 no. What the hell? Hold on for a second. I mean, hold on here. Oh, cool. They're putting Spotify. Yes, check out Rob on Spotify. and check out the YouTube video. The video is really fucking cool and stuff. Oh, he's closing. Okay, while he's closing, I'm gonna just explain right now because this is being recorded. So, punk rock bands, right? The singers, we have long lyrics, but the thing is, we could get away with like skipping lines or mumbling songs because sometimes the lyrics are so long. You don't have to. You get away with the singing all the songs, skipping lines, and mumbling words and stuff. But in hip hop, it's all like slow word to word. So you got to memorize all that stuff because I'm not really that good with memorizing words, man. It just, hold on for a second. This is waiting for Rob. Rob, oh no. What the hell? Oh, there it is right
Hey,
there. Okay. All right. So I was saying like with hip hop, the lyrics, you guys have really, really long lyrics. It's like poetry, but you got to remember all that because word to word, people like listen to it. So you must
yeah.
have like a really good memory. I
Honestly,
mean, a lot of hip hop artists, you got to have a really good memory to memorize all your. I mean, I don't know if you call it a lyric or poem or the words and stuff.
I, honestly, I just it's like I guess lyrics. To be honest, like now I'm just now learning how to like be more artistic. In music in a way.
Uh huh.
Yeah. So remembering my music, that's something that I do, but also like learning how to flow it out, not just like it's okay to like say your lyrics, reading it. You can always read it and say them, or even remember it and saying them. But to actually have a flow with it, it's a totally different thing because now you got people wanting to move and wanting to join in.
Wow. Are you good at freestyle?
No, I'm not.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
You never. Okay, I saw it in the movies and stuff. You don't go to those battles
I used to.
like at
I
a
have
open
friends that
poetry battles and stuff.
yeah, I used to go with my friends. Like they're pretty good. Like honestly, they always freestyle all the time. But me personally, I like taking my time and just writing. Like writing is pretty cool to me.
Could
You
you?
know,
Because I was gonna ask if you could give us a short freestyle live.
I can give you a part of my new song, the first verse of my new song.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like I gotta go get it, man. I'm never gonna stop trabajando bien duro till I make to the top. Quemando dinero, escupiendo veneno conmigo. No quieres por aquí, no hay juegos. I do this for able, descansa en el cielo. Haters keep time, pero lan como perros. Yo soy el león, the king of the game. Know that I'm owning and killing the game. Working on the fight, trying to get my family home. Never had shit where you think I'm trying to fold, man. I've been at a bottom where about to been broke, man. I'm back on my mission, and that's a tenfold. And that's the 5-0 patrol. They wanting people like us to go, stopping us from reaching our goals, limiting our minds, locking us in chains of gold. Bloody down and steal your soul. Don't be delusional. These nights don't matter. Know who you really know. Educate yourself and see the world that get stuck. Serving gas by the Texaco while we keep getting stuck up in a cycle. And you wonder why it's always people like you. Racist corporations always fund like racist corporations always fund in private prisons. They always set the system for us to fall through. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, but I. What was that about?
Basically, like the first like little part of the thing kind of explaining what I came about. Like, I'm coming from nothing,
Uh
but then
huh.
I'm like that doesn't really matter because it's like what really matters is like knowing your rights and learning how to actually standing up for yourself because the systems are made for us to to actually fall through to fail and like I said the word and also too like in the second verse I talked about like how they made the word criminal and the word criminal it just basically already profiles a certain
Uh
group
huh.
of people you
Right.
know and like and stuff like that. Like I talked about diamonds. Like these diamonds come from somebody that's probably covered in blood. Like working so hard
Mm-hmm.
for like nothing more than $1.
Wow.
Stuff. Um, what's it called? And then I talked about like like a lot of the people that I grew up around always sold like like drugs. So I talked about like getting stuck in a trap because in rap music, trap that's what they call like like the location that you're at where you're in this spot, a certain spot, like doing whatever you're doing,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll post it up, like doing what they have to do.
It's just like amazing to like activists and animal rights activists or just plain activists coming from the working class or like really tough neighbor, then you get together with other activists. There's a huge class difference, and
Yeah,
it's so hard to explain because I saw this so many times. Like for my friends in LA who come from really hard life and everything, then they try to explain, but people, there was this word I remember reading, like people can't really understand your pain or experience until they live through it. I forgot what it was.
yeah.
Live through it or something
Or,
like that. Like, like with the
or
environmental racism and all kinds of stuff, man.
yeah, it's wild where growing up, like falling into the certain cycles, just like of like like being undocumented. Also, it's like
Uh-huh.
putting, like you're put in a position where you're like, damn, you can't even get this job, or you can't even do certain things, or like you're scared of going to jail, or like, or you're scared of somebody just looking at you and thinking that you're doing something wrong, because that's really like that's the impression that people get.
Uh-huh. Oh, I found this in your post. It was a repost from a vegan rapper. Seven words ingredients on food.
Oh yeah, basically.
French fries, and there's all kinds of stuff and all that. Tell me about this post. Explain about this post little, because I have a funny story to tell you.
About what was it, the nutritional effects.
Yeah.
um that was like really when I was like really into my health and like eating raw and stuff like
Uh
that,
huh.
and like really explaining like what things really are, like how these like even like chemicals really affect your body and really manipulate the food that you eat,
Because I have a friend in LA, right?
hmm
He he rarely eats vegetables and stuff. He only like fried food, like French fries, those instant vegan TV,
yeah.
microwave stuff, and like total junk food vegan and stuff, man. I mean, do you have friends like that too, or what?
uh well,
Because that's why this was really eye catching, like the sugar soda and all that stuff. Sugar
yeah,
soda, artificial colors, high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners.
yeah, the corn syrup. Kitty always tells me to stay away from that.
It's just weird because like if you bring somebody into the veganism, people
hmm
are so used to eating like the chemical, the sweet artificial
yeah.
taste. They want it to continue to that taste, and it's hard to get back to those the natural
Yeah,
fruit
yeah,
tastes and
like
stuff.
our body usually is not like our body's so used to eating, right? So it's kind of hard to break out of those habits. And I think like oily foods and sweet foods are very addicting,
Uh-huh. Right.
and then that's why a lot of people like them. Even myself, like sometimes I eat like like a little bit of vegan junk food. And I'm not gonna lie, I try to stay away from it, but it's so good,
I want to ask you this because I I stopped because see what your opinion is. I used to tell people, "Oh, go vegan," but I don't say that anymore to meat eaters or people I know. I would say, "Hey, just do it once a week to see how it feels." I would tell them, and also try eating like more uncooked stuff. Mixed greens with bright, colorful fruits and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Or like salad and stuff, because during the lunchtime when you're working you eat heavy food, you get tired and sleepy and
yeah.
stuff. But I would just tell them, people who are interested, to try it like twice a week or once a week, how you feel. How do you get people to get veganism? How do you do?
Honestly, I kind of like they're always like, man, it's like I don't know how like what to eat. I don't know what to put on my food. Like I don't know what to cook. I'm like it's kind of easy nowadays. It's like mostly nowadays you can find alternative like foods
Uh-huh.
in local like grocery stores. You know, like you
Yes.
can find vegan ice cream that does not have no cruelty, like no dairy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the same thing with like burgers. Like you can honestly find like black bean burgers or veggie burgers, or nowadays you got the Impossible burgers. You know, like you actually got options. You know, uh, and so many things nowadays.
Oh shit.
What?
Did you say Impossible Burger?
Yeah,
Is that's the one that's made out of beets and when you take a
yeah, like
bite there's red thing in, right?
yeah,
I don't know if you know this. Human beings, they could make themselves sick even if you're not sick by programming in your brain, okay?
yeah,
Cuz Maria made me the Impossible Burger. When I first time I ate it, I got so fucking scared every time I bite it and I looked at it, oh my god, this tastes like meat. And
yeah.
I forced myself to finish it and I had a heartburn. I made myself sick because I
Yeah.
programmed it in my head. Because
It's crazy.
it was so, I thought I felt like I read a real meat. It was fucking scary. Eating
Yeah,
Impossible Burger. I got heartburn, man. Because I programmed my brain. This is fucking real. And I told
yeah,
Mary, I'm going to never fucking touch that. That's fucking, gave me a fucking heartburn. But I did that on my own in my head. It's amazing
that's,
how human body, they could do that
yeah.
and all
Like
that.
honestly, that's how I feel too. Like if you really kind of like change the perspective on a lot of things, the way you look at it, like you can really like kind of mess yourself mentally. You know, like either it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing.
All right. Rob, so how long you been living in Berkeley?
For few months, like
Okay.
7, 8 months.
What is your favorite place to eat in Berkeley?
Oh man, I really don't go out to eat.
Uh-huh.
But if I was to go eat somewhere, oh, the one burrito place, by Amigos Gorditos by the Berkeley Animal Rights Center. They got a vegan option, so they got burritos. I love burritos.
Uh-huh.
So like there or Butcher's Son, I guess.
Oh, oh my gosh. That's my partner's favorite place to eat. I can't eat at Butcher's.
I love the cannolis there.
I know. I can't eat at Butcher's Son. I don't know. Like I said, it programmed in my head. I
Yeah,
can't eat that kind of stuff, man.
yeah, it's crazy, right?
Everybody loves Butcher's Son. When we went there, the line was so long. Like
Yeah,
it is so popular. But yeah, my partner loves Butcher's Son, but no, I can't get into my into
yeah.
Butcher's Son though.
I love sweets too much, so like I'll probably get a bunch of cannolis.
Hey, speaking of sweet, I got these stickers.
Oh damn, sweet vegan donuts.
Yes. But what about in Northern California? Where's a place when all this pandemic's over? If activists come up here, where's a cool place they should check out?
They should definitely check out the Berkeley Animal Rights Center because they got a whole bunch of snacks that you can always eat. But I mean, if basically Berkeley Animal Rights Center, to be honest, because I mean, right there you can find anything. You know, you always find because even if you don't find food, like, you find a whole bunch of good energy around there.
Yes, I'm always there if there's food. Yes, that place is cool
We got vegan
and
pop-ups
everything.
every first of the month, the first Saturday of the month.
Yes, and the pop up, man, it's
Yeah.
amazing with the pop up. So since there's a lockdown, are you doing a lot of writings now for your music and everything?
Honestly, yeah, I started getting more into like writing more. More. I got to honestly start writing a love song and then one strictly just animal rights song.
Uh huh. Cool.
Not even a rap song to be honest. It wasn't kind of like singing. I really want to like be more like versatile with the stuff that I do and just kind of like step in every genre that I can.
Wow. Hey, I want to wish you all the best with your music and all your future project.
Yeah, definitely. Thank
And
you so much.
do you have a black light on in that room?
Yeah, I do. It's my little studio setup.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Right on. Wow, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Rob. Thank you very much for the interview and everything. And once again, where do they type in to watch the video on YouTube?
Honestly, you can follow me on Instagram
Yes,
at
your Instagram name. What's your Instagram name?
Rob Lopez
Uh huh.
underscore IAM.
Cool. Yes.
And then right there, as soon as you go to my page, you can find a link on as you you see the description right there, and on Spotify. Also follow me on Spotify. Just type in "I am get something know something" and I should pop out.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have a nice evening and stay safe. All right. And I'll see you soon when everything is over. All right. You take care.